Hey everyone, my name's Nano35, or as most of you are aware, the person doing the editing for all the PsycheSiren YouTube videos. I kind of wanted to just, show off what goes on behind the scenes of editing one of these videos, from how do I get the VODs to what it looks like to edit everything. So here we are on her channel page. She's currently offline. She'll be online in like 4 hours from when I'm recording this. If we go over here to videos, her last video was Zelda Redemption. This is the one we're going to work on. The April Fool's Day episode, where they played Overcooked 2 and Breath of the Wild. So, first things first with doing any of these, I need to wait until the stream is over. And generally I will be in the stream chatting, making sure it's, a stream that I want to download and go through and edit. So far a lot of these are ones I'm gonna have to edit at some point, and it sucks, but whatever. So after the stream, the first thing I do is I come to this fancy program called TwitchLeacher. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to download any of the VODs. You can, if I go over here to news search, this is probably what it will look like for you. I could go to a channel name, get a broadcast to highlight and upload. I can enter a URL or get the Twitch ID. Since we're only here for Psyche, that's what we're gonna do. Do a quick search, and we get all of these. Everything that's up there. Which there's a lot. And I already have all this set up. You can come over here into the settings and, mess around with all that. So once I find the one that I want to do, so in this case, welcome to Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives ASMR. Why am I editing this? I click download, and get all these options. I always go for source to get in the best quality possible, and then I just click download, and then it'll appear over here. We're gonna cancel this though because I already have it downloaded. Okay, so let's just say it's done downloading. Next thing I do is I come over here to Handbrake. This is another free program. Both of these you could just Google search to find. I've already made a custom preset for things. You'll probably want to go through and edit all the settings if you're using this as a tutorial. I'm not really going to show you how to do all this. Yeah, I just pick my preset that I made, choose where I want to save it. I already have all that set to default. Add it to the queue and start encoding. And TwitchLeacher, this takes about, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes to an hour. This can take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. So usually I do this stuff when I'm asleep. Yes, I know I actually do sleep. But once all that's done, then we come over here to Sony Vegas. And this is where all my fun, happy times comes from. Because this program likes to crash and freeze and make me hate my life. So I already have a thing set up for this one. So we're just gonna open that up real quick. Welcome to Sony Vegas. This is where I do all my editing and things. Let's see up here what everything looks like. I have a default template saved that I just open, drag the video file in, and go from there. It has a text layer. This is where all of the little text that I add in goes. The video, obviously the VOD, the audio, this for the stream audio, which as you can tell is very loud. So I'm probably gonna have to edit that down a little bit maybe. And then down here is music track. This is where I put all the music, if there's music. Otherwise, it just mainly contains sound effects. Over here at the start, we have the basic intro. And over here, just have this as a little preset. And that's just to line everything up. Usually a little clip will go in here. And yeah, so I've already kind of half started on this to get prepared. They played 2 games during the stream. They did Overcooked 2 at the start after their little, April Fool's joke. And Overcooked 2, and then afterwards, because Psyche and Teeth were getting frustrated, they went and swapped over to Teeth playing Breath of the Wild, which he's been doing for his Teeth Tuesdays, which are really enjoyable. I haven't gotten to any of those yet at this point in time, so I just kind of cut that out. We're not going to worry about it yet. We'll come back to it later. And yeah, at this point, what I do is I just turn the rate up to about 1.5 to about 1.8, because Sony Vegas is weird in how it handles this stuff. And yeah, then I just hit play, and basically we figure out where a clip is, we start cutting, and so, little intro here. I'll just kind of explain this because I don't want to have to record me going through all this. Since there's a cut here where he stops talking, probably to breathe, which is a good thing, we're gonna put cut here and here. Get rid of this because we want to keep most of this little Guy Fieri thing in as we can, because that was the whole April Fool's joke. Yay. Totally don't hate it. And then I just kind of drag it over here, and yeah, I pretty much do that for the entire VOD, which this is, as you can see down here, 2 hours and 1 minute of footage. So, I basically go through all this, and yeah, I will maybe try and record a time-lapse thing, I don't know, of me just going through all this, and I'll come back once it's all cut up and put together over here.
Guess I wasn't thinking.
You weren't thinking? You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Okay, well, that took about 2 hours total with kind of long break in between there. I don't know if I'm gonna have the whole screen showing for that footage, but the time difference is about 12 hours now. At one point I had to be pulled away to do some things, and then Psyche was streaming, and then I took a nap. That was way longer than I wanted it to be. So yeah, now it's 3 in the morning, and we've got this. So it took about the same amount of time as the VOD to go through and get to this point. And yeah, it's a bit long, as you can see, 42 minutes. God, I can't believe I made it this long. So at this point, what I get to do is figure out which of these clips will go in the intro. Probably one of these longer ones, like maybe... What's up this?
No, that is unacceptable. Because you chose to let the fire continue.
No, I don't like that. Maybe...
Right now, I hate this more because I'm playing it. Ask me in two years what I feel.
In 2 years.
I've never played these games for after the 2 years have passed, I've never played them.
Hold on. Press pause.
That might be a good one. Yeah, let's try that out. So I just copy it, come back here to the start. I have to figure out a fun thing for that. Let's paste it in. Ooh, yeah, that's long. Okay, so we're gonna drag this up here. So okay, I see what happened there. Okay, and then that's trimmed down. We come here.
Right now, I hate this more because I'm playing it. Ask me in two years what I feel.
In 2 years.
I've never played these games for after the 2 years have passed, I've never played them.
Hold on. Press pause. Set timer for 2 years.
I can't set the timer for...
Let's try and bring out more at the beginning.
I want to know.
No.
Can you show me? Come on, which I want to know, like a personal thing.
Right now, I hate this more because I'm playing it.
No, I don't like it. And that's pretty much how this part goes. It kinda sucks.
I'm the meat cooker. Forsaken me yet again. Why?
Here you go.
Oh man.
And
Okay. Take my meat. Take my meat! Take it!
That can be taken out of context real quickly.
You freaking! Was that a full meal?
yes. It
Was
was.
it?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good right there. I try and get something with like a lot of energy at the start so that people know what's coming and get prepared for the worst.
Oh, don't push me! You freaking!
Music is a bit quiet compared,
Yes.
so we're gonna turn it up.
Full meal!
Because you pushed me, I had a meal, you had nothing.
I swear to God!
You had
Alright, so it cuts teeth off there, so we're gonna add a little bit to the beginning. Ah,
food out
crap.
time.
Oh,
Food out time.
oh, don't push me! You
trying to silence that bit so it doesn't sound odd.
Oh, don't push me! You freaking! Was that a full meal?
Yes.
Was that a freaking full meal?
Because you pushed me, I had a meal, you had nothing.
I swear to God!
Alright, so now we come up with a creative, I say creative, but it's not really, title for this. I can spell teeth whitener. Normally I just go with suffering. Yeah, we'll just go with suffering. And the game is Overcooked 2. Okay. So now we're at the part that takes way longer than I want to admit, but we'll probably end up admitting to it soon anyways. Where I watch all this back at 1x speed, so it sounds normal. We're gonna ignore that for now, because I don't want to deal with that right now. And I'll go through, find parts that need trimmed up, like, there's probably something back here. Or not. Apparently I got really good with this one. Let's check here.
Go serve this. I love you.
Yeah, so, like, there's a lot of space here that's not needed. So I can trim this down a little bit, and that makes things a lot faster and saves a bit of time. But yeah, as for adding text, it's basically, let me just find some real quick.
Can we ban them?
Alright, so we'll just use this as an example. I'll end up deleting it and going through this in a bit.
Can we ban them?
Sorry, there Psyche says, can we ban them? So I just insert text media, brings up this thing. I have a bunch of presets saved for everything. Like, here's the intro for the highlights. And you could see what they look like up there. Different people, like Autumn. I have 2 for myself, 1 for when I'm actually playing. That used to be my default, but now I'm getting dragged into stuff. I kind of need that one, and this one for when I want to, you know, add some color commentary and sass Psyche, which is all the time. And this is Psyche's, so we just then select all that. Can we ban them?
Can we ban them?
You know, I don't like that.
Can we ban them?
So what I'm going to do in this case is we're going to split it into 2. And this is the worst part, lining this stuff up.
Can we?
So sometimes I like to do 2 separate things when there's long pauses. Or if it's too long. But sometimes I feel like this is taking too long, I don't want to deal with this, and I just, you know, kind of stop caring. So then we go ban them, and sometimes I'll change the size to make it a bit more, like, impactful. Like when she starts yelling, or something like that. Or if she's going, no, 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 and it gets like progressively louder, I'll increase the text with each one, or increase the size. So then it ends up looking like.
Can we ban them?
Did she say it?
Can we?
So then, yeah, it would make sense to do something like this. And then.
Psyche and Teeth roleplay like this in the bedroom. Can we ban them? Can we?
And yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. It's not the most difficult thing, but it takes a long time. At this point, I'm going to go take a break, go get some food, and I will be back to edit this in a bit. And I'll do another little like time-lapse thing for that. And then come back and explain what happens next. So, as you can tell, we're barely even started with watching this back, but I want to take a moment to bring up something that I feel is kind of important. So I've only been in Psyche's community for about 3 months at the time of making this. A little bit over, but whatever. And, because of that, a lot of you who are watching this that come from Psyche don't know me that well. So I do want to bring up that, this and, whatever right there, that, all of this, in some ways it's serious. I really hate ASMR. Especially the eating stuff. It just I can't. If you like it, good for you, not for me. I can't now. But a lot of this is me just joking. Even when I'm in chat saying stuff like this, it's all done for the purpose of jokes to, get reactions out of Psyche or Teeth or whoever is in there with them. Because a lot of what you can see in these videos is reactions. I think it's in here that.
Can we? Teeth roleplay like this. Psyche and Teeth roleplay like this in the bedroom. Can we ban them?
So you see, getting a reaction like that can help a lot for, if I want to pad a video out in length so that, it's not super short. Granted, this one doesn't need it. But it's nice to have that option of things to rely on, and also it's just fun to mess around and give her a hard time and sass her, because it's just kind of what you do. But yeah, I do want to admit, like, it's all for jokes. I'm not serious. Like, honestly, there is nothing to worry about with any of the stuff I say when it comes to, like, editing these videos or anything like that. It's all joking. Okay? I want to make that clear because, during the one stream, I'm not gonna say which, she had messaged me and asked if everything was okay and said that people were worrying about the things I was saying, so yeah, I just want to make it clear that's all jokes, not serious. If there was ever any issues, she would be the first and only person aware of it in private. I talk to her a lot about these things, so if there's ever a problem, just know that you all probably wouldn't know about it unless I had to tell you. Anyways, I have a long way to go here, so I'm gonna get back to that.
What if it bumped that control by accident? You'd be mincemeat by now. What have I told you?
Alright, I guess I wasn't thinking.
You weren't thinking. You mean you'll work on engines and machinery and not think of your own personal safety? Here, shake hands with danger.
Alright, and that's pretty much it. Threw in some music here and there. We'll just play from right here real quick.
They're gonna kill us. Okay, I'll go to my side. I can't.
What
No, we're not.
Don't mind that it's freezing up here. Yeah, that whole process for 40 minutes of video roughly took about 2.5 hours. So not the worst. That means that full on editing this thing, not including downloading or converting the file or the rendering, which, oh god, that's gonna take a while, or uploading. Realistically, it only took about 4.5 hours. But that's also with cutting out the second half of this VOD where they played Breath of the Wild, because I haven't gotten any of Teeth playing that out yet. It's in the backlog, so soon. Potentially. I need to go through them and see how well they'll do for videos. But yeah, at this point, it's just me going back through, checking for spelling mistakes and, rendering out the video. Then, while it renders, I make the thumbnail, which I'm not going to show the process of. And then after that's done, which, considering this is like 40 minutes, it's gonna take me like 4 fucking hours. Oh my god. Yeah, then I just do the uploading, and I handle all the stuff there as well. Hopefully this was, I guess, relatively informative to, like, show what goes on, like, in the back end. This file, like, cutting out the rest of the video, was about 2 hours, so this would have been the length of her earlier streams. So just had about, like, 2 hours, maybe, for her later streams, and that should give you an idea of how all that goes. But yeah, if there's any questions, or if people want to get into editing, either for themselves or someone else, yeah, you can leave me questions. I'm on the Discord. On Twitter, my DMs are always open. So, yeah. I'm going to go give this the once-over and work on my own video of showing this process, and hopefully get them out at the same time. So, hopefully y'all have enjoyed this little, like, behind-the-scenes thing. I'm going back to finishing this.